Well, Leafs Nation, the Buds live another day as they hang on for dear life and beat the Boston Bruins 4-3. I apologize for the late upload, guys. If you guys did not know, I was at a wedding. Great wedding. Fantastic. Two great people. Congratulations to them. And you know who else is congratulations to? The Toronto Maple Leafs, who come on the road in Boston, Game 5, and the Bruins looking to end the season for the Leafs. There's, everyone's talking, the Leafs are done. Going back to Boston, Bergeron's back. It's over. Babcock switches up the lines like crazy, and it works. The shots on goal in the first period were ridiculous. 15-6 in favor of the Bruins. But we talked about guys that needed to have big games for this team. Freddie Anderson. And you look at the last game, guys. Freddie didn't get many shots, but he let in, 3 or 4? I think it was 3. And today, he faced 45 and only gave up 3. It's so weird that with Freddie Anderson, the more pucks he sees, the better game he has. It's a very weird thing for him. But the Leafs get on the board first, though. Zach Hyman enters the zone and gives it to Matthews. Looks like he's going to take a short side shot and says he tries the wraparound. Torrey Krug's right there at the post, though. It hits his stick, goes straight up, and, new addition to the line, Connor Brown bangs it in out of midair. Leafs got the 1-0 lead, and so far in the series, including today, each team that has scored first, every team that has scored first in this series has won the game. And the Leafs get on the board 6:36 into the period. Matthews Hyman grab assist on Connor Brown's goal. Great to see there. 4 minutes after that, Jake Gardiner with the pass to Nazem Kadri, and Kadri with a beautiful saucer pass through the middle of the ice to a cutting Janssen, and a nice little move by Janssen to tuck it past Tuukka Rask, and that is a beautiful feat by Nazem Kadri. Welcome back and smarten up. But he did today. He did on that pass. That was nasty. And the Leafs got the 2-0 lead. But whoa, a 2-0 after 1. You got outshot heavily. Relax. Second period on the power play. David Backes gets a gift off the stanchion. And no one knows where it is until it's been the back of the net as he bangs it home. It's a 2-1 game. But 51 seconds later. Or no. I think it was 51 seconds later or something. I think it's 51 seconds later. JVR enters the zone, drops it for Morgan Riley, gets around his guy, but a nice cross-seam pass to Tyler Bozak and beats Rask underneath the glove. The Leafs restore their 2-goal lead. It is 3-1. And the Leafs aren't done yet. Just over a minute after that, we get a power play, and James Van Riemsdyk in his office with Chara and McQuaid not in the same stratosphere. He does what we've seen so much of in the past. Gets the puck real in tight and roofs it on Tuukka Rask. Leafs got the 4-1 lead. 4-1 against the Bruins. Yeah, my eye's not twitching for a reason. Okay, well, I mean, it was for effect. You guys know what I mean. But 4-1 against the Bruins in the playoffs. Enough said. And Sean Kuraly, I think it's Sean Kuraly. Yeah, Sean Kuraly with, hey, no one's covering him. They're all puck watching, and he buries it. His second goal of the playoffs, and it's a 4-2 game. Go to the third period. Again, another very favorable bounce off a stanchion. Puck was blasted wide. It hit the stanchion right on, and it bounced right back out. And Noel Acciari right there, the first guy to see the puck, and it's right beside him, and he's like, oh, thank you very much. Bat that into the net before any Leaf can react. So 2 of their 3 goals were off of stanchion deflections. But the problem is, it's a 4-3 game. We still got 14 minutes to play. Freddie Anderson makes big save after big save, gets a couple help from the post, but he is huge. Like I said, 3 goals on 45 shots, and the Leafs, they find a way to get the victory no matter how much the referees tried to lopside the game. They didn't do their job, I guess, and lose the game for the Leafs. As the Buds win 4-3, and all Leaf fans talking about how this season and this playoffs have really not gone well, and all that kind of stuff. You look back to last year. How many games did we go against Washington? 6. When we come back for our next game in Toronto on Monday night, how many games will that be? 6. Leaf fans, we think it's an awful year. Yes, they've had the ups and downs in the playoffs. That's why you play a 7-game series, because it is never over in the Leafs. Like I said, tonight was the big win. Now you come back home. I mean, every game is a must-win from now on. We all know that. It's not going to be easy. You still got to win 2 against the Bruins. It's not going to be easy. They're going to adjust to what the Leafs did today. Rask is probably going to come out and be better. So it's not going to be easy for this team to come out in Toronto and cakewalk over the Bruins. It's not going to happen. But they need everybody to contribute. That's it, period. You know? And like I said, Freddy has to be what he did today. The Leafs won on the face-off dot, even with Patrice Bergeron in the lineup. And like I mentioned briefly in there about the referees really favoring the Bruins, the Leafs had 1 power play. They scored on it. The Bruins had 6. And 1 was a Rick Nash broken stick that I'm not sure I think it was Roman Polak who got the penalty. I'm not even sure if he even touched him. If he did, it was like Was the stick already broken, bud, or what? And they call the penalty. A couple other calls, and I'm like, geez. Usually they give a makeup call here or there. 6-1 in penalties. And the Leaf penalty killers, Ron Hainsey, did a great over 8.5 minutes in penalty kill time. That is ridiculous. I thought Nikita Zaitsev was better. You know, I thought Kadri back. He looked great in the game. Janssen looked energized with the Kadri line. That first line with Connor Brown looked good. Nylander, as much as he was on the 4th line, he made a big play on that. I think it was the Tyler Bozak goal, or no, was it the? I think it was the Kadri. Somebody. I'm not sure which goal it was, but they had a chance to get the puck back. The Leafs had the puck in their own zone, and the Bruins tipped the pass. But instead of them going for their offensive rush, Nylander quickly gets the puck and fires it up. And that starts the rush, and that's how a goal happens. No one's going to look at that and say, well, William Nylander, that is a great play. That is why you should. That's more like Willie Nylander. But it was a good play that wasn't talked about. I'm happy for that. Also, I'm wearing his jersey, so I have to try and find something to talk about. But the Leafs, they get the win. The must win. Then they had to come out desperate, and they did. And they got the victory. Freddie Anderson was insane. But you know what? He has to be for this team to go anywhere. That's it. He has a game against a game like he did in Game 3. Or no, sorry, Game 4 at the ACC. The Leafs are going to have a tough time winning games. But if he plays like he did today with that workload, this team, you never know. And now, you come back to the ACC for Game 6. The ACC, anybody who's going to the game, first off, you're lucky as all hell. Second of all, be loud. Let everyone hear you. Razz the Bruins. Do what you have to do. No USA, no Canada chant, because no thanks. But make them feel like this is our barn. We got to play for our fans. Because if the Leafs find a way to win at home, Game 7. And I know Game 7 Bruins, I know. But it's a Game 7. Anything can happen. You never know. All right, Leaf fans. But I got to say, the team played better. Again, it wasn't a perfect picturesque game. But the referees didn't help. And they found a way to get a win nonetheless. You could win 4-3. You could lose 7-3. Or was it 7-3 or whatever it was to the Bruins in Game 2. It all amounts to 1 win or 1 loss. That's it. And the Leafs got to find a way to win Monday night, or else the season's over. We all know that. Every game for the next 2 at least, one at least, I guess, is do or die. That's it. I'm happy with the Leafs' performance tonight. They got the victory. I think that's what we all look at and say, you know what, they didn't play the greatest games. Ron Hainsey's looked slow. I mean, he did play 8.5 minutes of penalty kill time, so how do you expect him to play good 5-on-5 as well? It's not easy for him there. I thought the team played better. Dermott had a great slap shot, ringed it off the post as well, so there you go. The team looked a little bit better today, and you got the win in Boston. Look, you lost Game 1 5-1, and Game 2, I think it was, I'm going to go back here, I think it was 7-3. You lost 5-1 and 7-3 on the road to Boston. And now you play Game 5 in a do-or-die game, and you find a way to get a victory. It's not easy to do, especially in a very hostile environment at TD Garden. But as for the Buds, like we said, they play Monday. I think it's a 7 o'clock puck drop there as the Leafs look to even up that series and force a Game 7. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed this game, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game. Who's your player of the game in this one? I think we got to give it to Freddie Anderson because, I mean, he's the reason you find a way to win this game. He was stellar, and he needs to be like that. Moving forward into Game 6 and possibly Game 7. And we'll talk, or let me know what you guys thought about the game overall and who'd you like, who'd you not like, all that great stuff. And we'll talk to you guys Jays Edition very shortly as they got crushed 9-1 to the Yankees. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk to you guys Raptors Edition tomorrow night. Because that video will be uploaded later to you guys. I'll be at my girlfriend's tomorrow, so that video will be uploaded late. I wouldn't say this late, maybe a little bit earlier, hopefully. But I never really know. But it will be uploaded tomorrow night. I can guarantee you that. All right, as the Raptors look to get the win in Washington after they got to play better. They got to play better than they did yesterday. And hopefully Fred VanVleet can go here in Game 4. That'd be nice. Get a win, come back home for 5, and hopefully close it out at home. That'd be great. And lastly, we'll talk to you guys Leafs Edition. Like we said, like we've been talking about all video, Game 6 at the Air Canada Centre. Monday night. I'm pretty sure it's a 7 o'clock puck drop. Let's be loud. Let's everyone hear us. Let's cheer on our guys. I understand this team is up and down. You really never know what you're going to see. But let them know, whether you have belief or not, let them know that you believe. Because we got to have faith. Did anybody have faith today? No. And they came out and got a victory. Let's make them feel the same way. Get the victory on Monday night and head into Game 7 where anything can happen, all right? So we'll talk to you guys then.